What's up guys, Foozono here and welcome back to another Roblox video. In this video, I am going to be ranking all of the quirks in My Hero Mania. And without further ado, let's get started. Before we begin, if you guys could take the time to like the video and subscribe, it would make my day. Thank you. So in number 21, we have invisibility. Well, invisibility isn't really that great because it shows you when you're wearing any accessories, and it doesn't have many. It's not good for offense, and it's okay for defense, which is why I think it's the worst quirk in the game. And number 20 is zero gravity. I don't think it's that good. It's not that good for defense, and it doesn't do the most damage in the world. So I'm gonna put it at 20. Okay, and number 19, I think shock absorption fits number 19 because, well, it isn't good for offense, but it is pretty good for defense. So, like, if you're fighting high level bosses, you can, like, with another person, you can pretty easily defeat that boss when you have shock absorption. Okay, number 18, super strength. Now, super strength is a common quirk besides, even though it's like, super strength. So it doesn't really, it's not the same as something like OFA, which has really good offensive abilities, but it's not the worst either, but its defensive abilities aren't exactly the best. So I'm gonna say that it is number 18. Okay, I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for this, but I think that number 17 should go to permeation. Permeation doesn't really have much offensive abilities, and its defensive abilities are okay, but they're nothing spectacular. And even though it is an epic quirk, I still think it isn't that great. Okay, number 16, air cannon. Air cannon is pretty good because it actually has decent offensive abilities, though its defensive abilities aren't that great. So that's why I think that number 16 should be air cannon. Okay, so number 15 should go to dark shadow. Now, dark shadow is pretty good for offensive and defensive, but it's like at the point where if it was just a bit worse, it would have been like really bad. And I think that it's not great for really anything. So I'm gonna put it at 15. I think that 14 should go to Phoenix. Phoenix has great defensive abilities, but pretty bad offensive abilities. Let's be real, Phoenix is only like a healing quirk and isn't meant to fight bosses or anything like that. So I think that number 14 should go to Phoenix. Okay, number 13, I don't really like engine, but its speed and it's just its speed that makes it number 13. Otherwise, honestly, I wouldn't have put it this high, and I don't think it really should be this high. Okay, number 12, electrification. Electrification has good offensive and decent defensive abilities, but not the best defensive. Like, it's not nearly as good as the ones I'm about to mention. So that's why I think number 12 is a good spot for electrification. Okay, and number 11, I have to say Fierce Wings. I mean, you can see it right there. It's not the best damaging. It's more of a support quirk, even in the anime. And it's not exactly that good, but it's not that bad. It's definitely a better choice than all the ones I've said so far. Okay, I'm sure a lot of people disagree with me for this one, but I think number 10 should go to super regeneration. Even if the quirk isn't that good offensive, it's insane when it comes to defense, because it literally can heal you and your teammates or friends or whatever whenever you need to. It's insane. And it's really, really good for raids and boss fights. So definitely super regeneration, top 10. Okay, yeah. Number 9, I think, goes to OFA. Honestly, OFA is good at damage. It's really good. It's not bad at defense either. But it's just, it can get super out of control and it takes time to charge up. So like you have to do the, you have to like charge your fist up and then punch, which takes some time, or you could be attacked by your enemies, which makes it not that great for defensive, but still a good choice. Okay, number 8 is Ice. Ice is really good. Even in the anime, it's insane. Ice has good defensive abilities and offensive abilities, as it can freeze your enemies. And then with like another better offensive quirk, if you have like a teammate or friend helping you out, you can easily defeat the boss or enemy that you're fighting. So Ice is definitely a good quirk. And the Ice quirk is, in my opinion, what makes Todoroki over there really, really strong. Because he can freeze you, and then with his Hell Flame powers, he can burn you. And those two combined are a deadly match. And speaking of Hell Flame, number 7, I think, goes to Hell Flame. Now, in my last video about the top 10 quirks, which I do go into more depth about the top 10, obviously, which you should also check out. A lot of people said that Hell Flame wasn't, they thought Hell Flame should have been higher, but I really disagree. I think there are better quirks than Hell Flame, and like better for offense, better for defense, and yeah, I just think that it should really be number 7. Okay, number 6. Well, we found ourselves next to Bakugo, and number 6 is Bakugo's quirk, Explosion. Now, Explosion is pretty, it's really good for offensive, and it has this one move called Stun Grenade, which makes it so that your enemies can't see a thing. And it's really overpowered, and it's like one reason that I hate fighting Bakugo. So definitely Explosion is a high A tier quirk. Okay, I'd say the top 5 quirks are definitely S tier. And yeah, okay, so fifth place goes to HHHC, or Half Hot, Half Cold. Half Hot, Half Cold is Todoroki's quirk, and it is the combination of Ice and Hell Flame. So it should definitely go above both of them, which it has. And I've already mentioned this, like, it's just a no-brainer, really. Half Hot, Half Cold, definitely S tier. Okay, number 4 is the quirk that I currently have. It's One for All Shoot Style. You can get One for All Shoot Style by getting Engine to 150 and OFA to 200, I'm pretty sure. And you can go over here to the UA building, and there's All Might. So, one sec. Okay. So All Might is right there. And if you go to him with those two, that mastery of those two quirks, you can train and combine your abilities and evolve them. So you can get Shoot Style. Yeah, so Engine 150, One for All 200, and it's for 500,000, which is a lot. So yeah, that's quite a grind, but it's still definitely worth it for in my opinion, the 4th best quirk in the game. Okay, next is definitely one of my favorite quirks in the anime, Overhaul. So the reason I like this quirk a lot in the anime is because of its destructive power. And it shares that destructive power in the game too. So its last move, like when my friend Sticky had it, the last move did around 600 damage, which is just insane. It's like crazy how much damage it does. And it's not bad for, and like just alone, the offensive abilities are crazy, which is why I definitely believe that it should go in third place. So the second best quirk in the game, my opinion, again, is cremation. This belonged to Dobby in the anime and was devastating. Like, it was so good that, yeah, I just can't express it. It's just insane. Its offensive abilities are insane, and its defensive isn't that bad in the anime, and I'm pretty sure and I think it shares that in the game as well. Okay, and there's only one more quirk that I've left out, so you guys probably know what the best quirk is. In my opinion, of course, again. It's explosive OFA. So if we come back to All Might, we saw that there was shoot style and explosive OFA. For explosive OFA, you need explosion to 200 and one for all to 200. And then get 500,000 cash, and you have it. It's the newest quirk in the game, and it does insane damage. Like, really, really good damage. And yeah, that's it. I think that, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the quirks in the game. And if you guys think that I misplaced one of the quirks, then feel free to comment that down below. I'd really like to hear your thoughts and opinions on this matter. Anyways, I hope this video helped you guys in My Hero Mania. And if it did, make sure to subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and leave a like on the video. Anyways, see you guys next time. Goodbye!